Hey, so the feds is gathering 13 more of the CMG members because Yogotti asked if any of Straight Drop lawyers can come and cover 42 Doug, because in order for them to get 42 Doug out, he's going to have to tell on blacyoungsta, because 42 Doug, he's been complaining. He's saying he don't get no hot water or nothing like that. And it's his fault for being on the run while being signed to CMG. That's how they even came and RICO'd him, because he got caught by the feds in the raid and everything like that, where they pulled up to his townhome estate. And so basically it was all under Yogotti's name. So at the end of it, they had to clear through and figure out that it was 42 Doug who was doing everything out that property. And so that's why he ended up going down for that. And so now fast forward to the situation where now that Yogotti was like tweeted and actually DM'd people and posted on Instagram saying that he's looking to hire any lawyer for $2 million that could get 42 Doug out. And so it's not like the money can guarantee him to get out. The thing that they can guarantee is the fact whether he's going to tell on blacyoungsta, moneybaggyo, the Bentley truck, also with Govan and bigjook. Man, 42 Doug, he only met Govan a couple times, but he knows all the dirt that they've been doing. They put him onto it. They had somebody with a phone call in to his celly, and they used another phone. They had two phones talking to each other. That's how 42 Doug was even able to communicate to Yogotti and Straight Drop's lawyers to figure out what he was going to put into the statement or not for this feds RICO with this whole Young Dolph case. And so basically, a lot of Young Dolph fans, they still trying to get justice and everything like that. And so at the end of the day, no matter if it's 42 Doug who told, Govan who told, or whoever it is that goes down, is all going to backtrack and end up eventually sweeping the whole entire everybody who was involved in this. So all the Dolph fans out there, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and comment, put the dolphin emoji in the comment section. And so, because when you really open your eyes and look at it, the reason why keyglock even had a problem with 42 Doug is that he already knew that he was going to be the one to go down for it. So he never even continued to buy into the beef or to give him any type of attention, because they wanted a response out of keyglock so that they could take him down if they ever got the chance to. And so that's why a lot of people think that when Govan actually got out and everything like that, because of the fact that they hit up his artists and everything, a lot of people didn't notice at first that when Govan artist got hit up, she all the way down in Dallas and everything. One thing you got to understand about CMG is that there's a lot of people from CMG that's down in Texas, Dallas, and everything. We seen 901 Trigger Trey go there. Raven moved to Dallas just to get away from all the stuff going on at the cookie shop, because they already knew that the cookie shop was working closely with Yogotti, because of the fact that they had the Privé restaurant. They all get everything from the same distributor. When you order desserts out of the Privé restaurant, they bringing you Makedas cookies that they order from them. And so they already know that he did not go there to buy no cookies. He went there for his own reason. Man, somebody had to have known that Dolph was walking around with $7 million worth of cashier's check in that Chrome Heart bag. And whoever gave up the idea to the people, once the people showed up finally after the 20 minutes, they went digging through Young Dolph trunk immediately, man. They locked up Dolph Brother Marcus Thornton and pinned him, spraying down the two-door that got away. They pinned that on him. They put him in the cruiser, and they started digging through Dolph's trunk because they had the backup second set of keys that they got from him from when he was at that whole center talking and doing the interviews to the TV station, man. And so you saw how that lady crept up around him, act like she was giving him a hug, and then went into his front hoodie pocket and snatched the keys right up out of it. And if Dolph had his phone in that same pocket too, and so the weight was already there, so he thought he had everything because everything was heavy in the pocket and all that. And they distracted him with the question. They said, look over here at this camera and then answer this question and stare at it, don't blink. And that's when the lady, she snuck around him, but she was so short that Dolph was like 6'3", 6'5". So you already know that he's not going to be seeing her out of the peripheral like that. And so, man, no matter how you look at it, at every single stage of this whole entire Dolph situation, whether it's the first day, the second day, or the third day that he got into town with bigmoochiegrape, Every single day, some sort of setup looked like it happened. And it's just because of the way that people was acting right when they was there with him. Bro, that's the weirdest situations ever, man. Nobody acts like that especially when they was around Young Dolph. Normally, they just stay in these positions that they standing in. Except this time, they wanted to get super close to him and get all the stuff out of his pockets, man. They try to get him to go into that Bentley. You got to remember what happened at the Ruth Chris Benihana's parking lot, man. They did a whole invasion there, and they found that shoe that was left over, man. And look, whenever there's a $10,000 designer shoe sitting in the parking lot and it's only the left foot that's there, that means that person who was wearing the shoe got snatched up there. And usually people will kick their shoe off when they getting dragged into the backseat of a car so that they actually leave a sign of that somebody was here. This is where it would happen. And so they actually left a sign, because if you go back and binge watch all the videos, you would already see about the CCTV footage that they actually ended up deleting from the Benihanas and the Ruth Chris, because of the fact that they know who goes to Ruth Chris. You remember that blacyoungsta stays at Ruth Chris. He knows everybody that worked back there. And so the thing is that they can tell him anytime that Dolph comes up to the Ruth Chris, anytime Dolph comes up to the Makedas cookie shop. Maybe he was shooting a music video in multiple different places. Along with him, they was going to get the filming of the turkey drive giveaway too. And then that's when they pulled up in the U-Haul, and they said that, look, Dolph, the turkeys are in the U-Haul. He walked in to the U-Haul, and they roll up the ramp and slam the door shut down. And that's where they pulled up to the community center. You hear them banging and everything on the doors. But the thing is, nobody showed up to the community center. They ended up changing the location to Bigmoochiegrape Hood. And so that's why everybody showed up there, and they were making it seem like they was checking IDs and everything, so that if they came back to it, they could be like, no, this person was not there. They never showed up. But really, they weren't even checking anything. They was just making it look like, just like how you walk into the store and they ask for the ID, but they don't even look at it like that. They just want to test to see if you was actually undercover or not. And so that's what's really going on, is the fact that they had him long enough and drive. They were driving the U-Haul long enough to where it got cold, and that's how everything stays intact, man. And then by then, when he pulled up to the back of the Makedas, that's when the whole unloading happened, and that's how they got everybody in there, because we never seen Dolph actually pulling up to the cookie shop in his Corvette. And so that's why we needed to hear from Marcus Thornton. But now that they pinned him on the whole thing of spraying and making the block hot and everything like that, They was just trying to find anybody to get in that moment, because they knew they responded too late. Whoever hit the button didn't hit the right button. They hit the button saying that it was more of a check-in that they needed, rather than an emergency where they had to come right away. And so that's another thing that you have to look into. Did they press the right button to get help coming soon enough? And if so, why did it take so long? Because you got to understand that they was all only down the street. Matter of fact, when they turned up out of there, they should have been right side by side with the Bentley. They should have showed up when the Bentley showed up. And so they already know that the Bentley was riding down that street. So they should be able to get them on camera, on footage, actually driving by the department. And then that way they can capture the plates and everything. But they didn't want to do that. That's all being subpoenaed, because the Young Dolph trial is about to start. And now they're going to really, really get justice for Dolph. So if y'all agree and y'all want the justice for Dolph, make sure you put the Dolph emoji in the comment section, and make sure you subscribe if you're not. I'm going to see you later.